Okay, stuffed mushrooms. And before I do that, in my other tape, when I said husbands and sons overseas, I also meant daughters. I duly apologize. Keep them all safe. Okay, stuffed mushrooms. Here we go. Now listen up. You buy a couple of boxes of medium mushrooms, medium-sized mushrooms. Mouth size, not bite size. Yeah, not the small ones that you can't stuff them so good. Okay, now you get yourself a big bowl, and alongside the big bowl, you're going to need garlic powder, salt, pepper, cheese. You know the grated cheese you put on your spaghetti? Yeah, you need that. Get a good one so it's tasty. You need that, and you need breadcrumbs. Okay? Now, that's at the table. Now, by the stove, you're gonna need the mushrooms and the Earl. Oil, oil, I'm sorry. Oil. Now, here's what you do. You take the stems out, do not break the caps of the mushrooms. Keep them whole. Pop the centers out. Wash them good. Rinse them off. You know, take anything on off that you don't want there. Now separate the stems in one place and the heads in another. Got that? Good. Okay. Now I want you to take a knife and I want you to chop, chop, chop as small as you can the stems up. But if there's a little dirt on them, you know, clean them first. But then chop, 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 chop a lot of the time. So real small. Okay? Alright, now if you buy 3 boxes, you just put enough in the pan, enough Earl to go over them. Not exceeding bumps and, you know, amounts. Just enough to cover them. Okay? Now, you put all of those chopped into the pan. You put it on low. And you let those stems cook. It only takes like 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops, okay? You put it on low, but you make sure that they're cooked. Now, while that's doing, you go back into the kitchen. If you bought 3 boxes of medium, I don't mean the humongous boxes, the regular boxes like that. You know, deep ones like that. Okay. Then you take 2 cups, 2.5 cups, I'm sorry, 2.5 cups approximately of breadcrumbs. You pour it into your bowl. Got that? Now, you take 3/4 of a cup of the cheese and you pour that into your bowl. Now, depending on how much you like garlic, which we like it in mushrooms because it's delicious, you emphasize or not emphasize garlic, powdered garlic in. You put that into. For that amount, I usually put about a little, like a third of a cup. I pour in there. Yeah, about a third of a cup. And then there's salt and pepper, to which you do not have to put immediately. Okay? Now, by the time you do this, go back to the stove because your Earl and your stems are probably ready. Now you take the Earl and the stems and you pour everything into that bowl that has the breadcrumb, the cheese, and the garlic. Oh, you also need parsley, I'm sorry. You need a little extra parsley. Make sure the breadcrumbs are seasoned. Seasoned breadcrumbs. But you need a little more parsley for this. Okay? So now, in the bowl, you have the Earl, you have the stems, you have the breadcrumbs, you have the cheese, and what else did I say? Breadcrumb, cheese, Earl stems. And the garlic powder. Okay. Now you mix, and I mean you mix this up right. If it's a little too dry, you add a little more Earl, or you can add a little milk, depending on what you like better. Personally, I add the Earl, but that's up to you because the milk seems to kill the cheese. But you mix it up real good. It's almost like uh, pasty or whatever, but it's not loose. But it's good enough to pick up and make little balls out of it, and then you'll know it's perfect. Because then you can fill the, those tops you have for the mushrooms, lay them out in a pan. One pan, two pans, however big your pan is. Now you pick one up at a time and you stuff it. And you make it a little higher. A little bit higher than the um, mushroom. You don't make it flat on the top. You make it a little bit higher, like that. Now when you finish those stuffing all those mushrooms, and believe me, everyone will love them because there's nothing that people don't eat. And they go down so easy. They really do. And they are delicious. What you do is you put them in the pan as you stuff them. And then you put the pan in the oven at 350 degrees. You put a tiny bit of water in that flat pan that you put them on. You add a tiny bit of water in the bottom. Not a lot of water or they'll come out terrible. Just a little bit of water so that the bottoms can get brown. Just a tiny bit, Don't overload the pan. The whole pan don't need to look like it's overloaded. Now, I'm sorry. Before you do that, you taste it. Before you stuff them, you taste it, and then you add salt and pepper. But remember, the cheese is very salty. That's why you didn't put it in to begin with. So then you add your pepper and maybe a little bit more salt if need be. Taste it while it's not cooked, and if it tastes good then, it will be dynamic when it comes out of the oven. Anyway, you put it in on 350 degrees, and you let it cook. Let it cook. And when you start smelling them, which you should, you check the bottoms of the mushrooms, make sure they're not getting brown. You want them cooked, so a slight brown, but not burnt, because then they're no good. Then you take that out, you let it cool off, and you put them on flat plates. And if you let them cool room temperature, you can make a pile of them on a dish and take that dish to wherever you're going. It's cheaper than buying, a cake or cakes. And it tastes so much better. Anyway, there's an idea to bring with you when you go to somebody's house as an appetizer. So figure out how many people they're having. And let me tell you, even if they're not having any and you make 3 boxes, they'll be gone. They'll be gone. We take them over to June's granddaughters when she goes over, her daughters, and she's not in the house good, and they're gone. All the company, all the kids, they're gone. And they're not in the house 20 minutes and they're demolished. And we make something like 200-300 of them. Yeah, so believe me, they go phew. Anyway, that's the mushroom recipe. It's good for Christmas and it's good for Thanksgiving. So if they go over a big Thanksgiving, you'll probably be asked to make them for Christmas. Anyway, I love you all. And please keep those emails coming. I love them. They are great fun to read, and I appreciate all your comments. And I hope anything I say may help you in some little way to get through the holidays just a little bit better. Love you all. Auf Wiedersehen, and happy Thanksgiving. Bye.